Bonjour and welcome back to French Detours. I'm Tracy Parent. You know, a great resource for all things French is your local chapter of the Alliance Francaise. I've been a longtime member in both of my home states of Minnesota and Arizona. Joining me here today is Executive Director of the Alliance Francaise in the Minnesota St. Paul chapter, Christina Bouzouina.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Thank you so much for joining me today.
It's my pleasure, Tracy. Thanks for having me.
For people who aren't familiar with the Alliance Francaise, what exactly is their mission?
The mission of the Alliance Francaise is to promote the French language through classes, cultural programming, and resources.
And the Twin Cities has quite a large chapter, and you offer a wide variety of programs and events. What are some of the programs and events you're most proud of?
That's a great question, Tracy. There have been so many events and programs and developments in the 13 years that I've been at the Minneapolis St. Paul Alliance Francaise. I think one of the programs I'm the most proud of is our month-long celebration of Francophonie. So each March around the world, the International Organization of French-Speaking Cultures, the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie, celebrates French language. And here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, we host a series of events on a different country each year. So we just wrapped up a celebration of Cameroon. Last year, we focused on Morocco. Other countries we've celebrated over the years include Lebanon, Haiti, Vietnam, and Canada. And so typically in that month, we have 10 to 12 events talking about the food and the history, the culture, and really the most important question is, what is French language like in that country today, and what is the future? So that's one of my favorite programs that we do. Another one would really be our annual Gala fundraiser. We started having a gala in the spring of 2010. And it had been 10 years or more since we'd had a fundraiser, and we knew there was a lot of work involved, and we weren't sure if it would be worth all of the time and investment. And it turned out to be a resounding success. Then the next question we had was, is it a success we could repeat each year? Would there be gala fatigue, and would we be able to make it a fun, exciting, innovative event each year? And 11 years later, it's really been amazing to see that, yes, we can. And our gala has grown, and now it's an important part of the support that helps our doors stay open and our staff and our lights on.
Well, I've attended your gala, and it is really such a lovely evening, and you do it so well. This year with the confinement, you've had to be a little extra innovative. Can you tell us what your plans are for this year?
Yes. Like I think all of us, whether it's public schools or, huge companies, small businesses, life came to a screeching halt, and we've all had to pivot and make changes and adapt things as best we can. So for our gala, which was scheduled for Wednesday, May 13th, we decided to go ahead with the auctions. And so we're doing our silent auction online. And the silent auction will be open for 13 days, so 2 weeks almost. And then we'll broadcast live via YouTube our live auction. And that way people can feel part of the enthusiasm and excitement of actually being there and bidding and seeing the auctioneer and seeing some of our staff and board members. We're holding out hope to have a celebration dinner and to have sort of that gathering of support, as soon as the pandemic subsides and once that's safe for everyone.
Well, great. And I know that you've had a lot more of your classes and events available online as well. Can you tell people how, even if they're not in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, they could still participate in some of your events?
Yeah, definitely. So there are about 100 chapters of Alliance Francaise across the country. Some are larger, some are smaller, some have classes, some are more clubs and they don't offer programming or they don't have a physical space. Here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, we're really fortunate to have a thriving and strong chapter. We've been teaching since 1975, and really that was the bread and butter of our chapter, like many across the world. We've moved all of our classes online, and we've just had really, really positive results with that from our teachers, from our students. And so we hope that will continue in the rest of our spring and into the summer. In terms of cultural programming, one thing that Alliance chapters across the country are doing is sharing those online events, because it doesn't matter if you're in Arizona or if you're in New York, you can still connect via Zoom to have a conversation about a book you just read or to watch a theater performance. Yesterday, the New York chapter just broadcast a live performance in French, and we were promoting that. For some of our events, we've had people from Chicago and DuPage, Illinois connect as well. So it's really become a great way for people to have more access to French culture.
Well, I know that I still enjoy participating in my classes and events with you, but I do look forward to coming back. You recently just moved into a beautiful new space. You've got a library and a fabulous new boutique, which is where I got this beautiful book, Eat France, which has been a great distraction during confinement. What else do you have in the works at your new space, and what has that provided for you?
So many things, lots of ideas, lots of projects. As you said, we bought our new building almost a year and a half ago. It was October of 2018. And at that time, there were tenants leasing various suites in the building. So we had to wait for space to become available. But now that that's happened, we've been growing into our new home. We inaugurated the library and opened our gift shop last September. And the gift shop was, an idea that we've had for a long time. We'd become a partner of the cultural services of the embassy, and we were selling books in French. But we'd also get calls, people looking for birthday cards or holiday cards in French, or we would occasionally sell Alliance Francaise merchandise like t-shirts and mugs. And in our new home, we had a lot more space to have an actual boutique. So we've really just embraced that, and we've started ordering products from Senegal and Canada and Vietnam, as well as France. For example, the Savon de Marseille has been really popular, with everyone washing their hands compulsively these days. And we continue to have the French books, so we have the latest nominees for the Goncourt or all of the literary awards each year. And then I discovered late this winter a beautiful French baby line. Spring is, babies are coming and new life and things like that. So right now we have just an adorable collection of baby toys and baby clothes and things like that that are made in France, and we order directly. So it's been really fun to work on La Boutique in addition to my regular job and to do the ordering for that. What's happening next? Well, lots of things. We're putting in the equipment for our new event space after the Gala, we hope, if we're able to raise the funding for it. And later this summer, we hope to have a cafe that will open. And behind the cafe, which is even more exciting for members like you and members like me, we'll have a cooking space. So that's where we'll have our cooking classes, but we'll also be able to work with local chefs and caterers for their needs for private events and things like that. But the cafe will also be a great addition for students and staff who want a croissant or a cafe before class, or to browse books in the library and just kind of hang out and have a chat with a friend. So those are coming up around the corner in the next phase of our construction and our getting all settled in our new home.
Well, it's a beautiful space, and you've done so much. Christina, you wear so many hats. I feel guilty for having taken up this much of your time, but thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Tracy. We miss you. I hope you'll be back in Minnesota soon.
Oh, yes, we'll see you very soon. À bientôt.
Merci. À bientôt.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.